But yes, there is a conflict, and the Abusir paper has various problems. The title, there's a body of literature now about spin in biomedical research. The title is misleading. It would imply to you that they had a baseline going back to the Badarians before the Nile Valley, and that only after a certain moment in time did so-called sub-Saharan genes come into the population. They do admit in parts of the paper that they have one sample from one place. They also say, well, if they'd sampled from southern Egypt, they might get different results. However, the media picked up on the headline and picked up on the discussion, which does not integrate the caveats, does not integrate the problems fully to the discussion. The data that they got are real. But the title is interesting of the paper when they say that the ancient genomes suggest this is not the way samples that they got. You should think about the results that they got. Think about various things: forced settlement of Near Easterners in Egypt, migration to that part of Egypt all along from the Near East, settlement of women weavers in the area. Slave women from the Near East being brought into service to have children for families that had no children. I've spoken with some very prominent Egyptologists about that issue. In other words, you can tell a local history of Abusir from the point on. You can say, well, these genomes indicate contact with the Near East. You can't assume that they mean that it's been that way for all time and all places, for all of Egypt. You can talk about one place. So they overgeneralize. And also the sample that they use to represent so-called sub-Saharan Africa isn't the one that would have been appropriate in the Egyptian context. You should have gone right up the Nile if you want to do that. But also that whole project, what is it about looking for the sub-Saharan? It reminds me of